Good morning, Primary 4. I hope everybody was able to catch up with the lesson that we had yesterday, and so with the tasks that were assigned for you to work on. Before we go through our lesson for today, I would want all of you to prepare all the materials that you need for maths. This includes your workbook, textbook, maths journal, and your homework paper labeled Chapter 12, Solving Word Problems on Decimals. Let's begin. On your maths journal, do not forget to write journal number 2, the date today, and the topic that we're supposed to discuss. Again, it would be necessary that you have a journal with you. If you don't have any, make sure that you have a blank sheet of paper so as for you to do the workings and the solving of the word problems that we're going to go through for today. Today, we are going to focus on Lesson 2, Solving Word Problems. In this lesson, let's find out how to use models to solve multi-part and multi-step word problems involving the 4 operations. This is somewhat different from the kinds of word problems that we answered yesterday. In this lesson, I want you to think of 4 important steps in the problem-solving method. Step 1 shows us the question, what have I gathered from the problem? This only means that we need to be very careful in reading the given problem and identify the important information that will help us answer the story problem. Step 2, how do I solve the problem? This would include your strategy on how are you going to find out the answer to the given problem. This may either be in the form of drawing your bar, making a list, doing guess and check, or looking for a pattern. Step 3, what do I need to find? You have to be very specific in looking at what is asked in a given problem. Also, you need to be very thorough and careful on showing your work. Step 4, how can I check the answer? Always find time to check whether your answer is reasonable. I want you to be ready with your journals. Make sure that you have your pencil with you. Let's look into the given problem and answer this together. Let's read. Jamie stacked 7 similar mathematics textbooks. The height of the stack was 5.95. Let's find out what was the thickness of each textbook and what was the height of a stack of 9 such textbooks. Now let's try to use the 4-step method in answering this problem. Step 1, what important information would help me answer the problem? How many books were there in the stack? There are 7 similar mathematics textbooks. How tall was the stack of books? It's about 5.95 centimeters. Step 2, how do we solve it? We can either draw a model. Can we use a pattern for this? No. So the best strategy that we can do is to draw a bar model. What kind of bar model should I use to represent this problem? So I know in the story that there are 7 similar mathematics textbooks. Notice that I highlighted the word similar. So let's draw at least 7 units that are of the same size. Another information that was given in the story is 5.95. This talks about the height of the stack of books. What does stack mean? Stack means when you pile up these textbooks on top of each other. So we would say that this 5.95 pertains to the 7 units. So let's label 7 units as 5.95. Step 2. What do we need to find out in the story given? A is asking, what was the thickness of each textbook? Let me highlight that. What was the thickness of each textbook? Sometimes it helps when you visualize the given problem. When you say thickness of each textbook, if you're going to pile up or make a stack of books, it would be necessary to consider how thick is one book. So in this problem, we are looking for 1 unit. To find 1 unit, what operation are we supposed to use? We know that 5.95 is equivalent to 7 units. In order for me to get 1 unit, I would need to divide 5.95 by 7 to get 1 unit. Now, for this part, I want you to be very careful with your working, and also, as much as possible, write nicely and neatly. So I would be sharing 5.95 by 7. How many 7s are there in 5 ones? 0. 7 is bigger than 5. Now, in order for us to get the correct answer, we would be needing to rename the given numbers. How many 7s are there in 59 tenths? So we can get 8. 8 times 7 would be 56. Continue solving, getting a remainder of 3. Bring down 5. How many 7s are there in 35? We have 5. Multiply 5 and 7. You're left with 35. And then a 0. So the answer is the thickness of each textbook was 0.85 centimeters. Don't forget to check if your answer is reasonable. That would be on step 4. How can you check if your answer is correct? You can simply work backwards. So we can multiply 0.85 by 7. Since we have 7 units. 7 times 5 would be 35. 8 times 7 is 56. Plus 3, that will be 59. And root of 5. 7 multiplied to 0 is 0 plus 5 is 5.95. So our answer makes sense and it is correct. Now let's try to answer question B. Question B says, what was the height of a stack of 9 such textbooks? What information have we gathered to help us find the height of a stack of 9 such textbooks? So in this part, we're trying to imagine not 7 textbooks stacked on top of each other, but 9 textbooks already. We know that one textbook is 0.85 centimeters in terms of its thickness. To help me answer the problem, I could simply draw this time 9 units for the 9 textbooks. So I already have 6 units, 7, 8, and then 9. I know that 1 unit or 1 textbook has a thickness of 0.85. So what are we looking for? We're looking for 9 units. You just simply multiply 0.85 by 9. Now I want you to do your working on your journal. I hope you're getting it right. Your answer should be 7.65. We can say that the answer in B would be the statement of a stack of 9 textbooks was about 7.65 centimeters. How do I check if our answer is correct? You can work backwards and we try to check in your journal if your answer is correct. How do we do it the opposite way? We can divide.